So, my 28M fiancée Sarah, 26F, and I have been together for 4 amazing years, and we recently got engaged. To celebrate, we threw a small engagement party at this beautiful, upscale venue. We invited close family and friends, nothing too crazy, but a pretty classy affair. We both come from relatively traditional families, but I consider myself more modern in terms of relationship dynamics. Sarah and I split everything 50-50, bills, chores, even cooking. It's something we've always prided ourselves on. Enter the engagement party. I made a short speech to thank everyone for coming and to talk about how I knew Sarah was the one. I wanted to keep it sweet but lighthearted, so I threw in a joke. I knew Sarah was special when she started folding my laundry the way I like it, military style, no less. That's when I knew she was a keeper. I got some laughs from the room, and Sarah herself was laughing and gave me a kiss afterward. Everyone seemed to be having a good time, or so I thought. Toward the end of the night, Sarah's older sister, Emily, 29F, pulled her aside and looked absolutely furious. I noticed Sarah's mood shift almost immediately after, but when I asked her about it, she brushed it off and said, "Emily's just being Emily." The next day, things blew up. Sarah's mom called me out of the blue and, in a very polite but passive-aggressive tone, said she and the rest of the family were disappointed with my speech, particularly the laundry joke. Apparently, Emily had told the entire family that my joke was sexist and tone-deaf, and that it implied I expect Sarah to do all the housework. She even told them that I made Sarah fold my laundry regularly, which is absurd because we both do it. To give you some background, Emily has always been very protective of Sarah and a bit of a self-proclaimed feminist. While I respect her passion, Emily tends to overanalyze things and look for problems where none exist. She's been in Sarah's ear for years, trying to make sure that Sarah doesn't end up in a traditional relationship where she does all the housework and I wear the pants. This whole situation feels like it's been brewing for a while, and she finally found her moment to make it a big deal. Now, Emily's convinced their whole family that I'm some kind of 1950s patriarch in disguise. Sarah's mom, dad, and even some of her cousins are all demanding I apologize for reinforcing harmful gender roles. Emily even went as far as to say that my joke was a red flag and that it shows I don't respect Sarah as an equal partner. I'm honestly stunned. For context, Sarah and I split all the household responsibilities equally. In fact, we have a system where we alternate weekly for laundry, dishes, and cooking. Sarah actually likes folding laundry in a precise way, something I admittedly suck at. She's joked before about how my folding skills are terrible and how her military-style folding is superior. Sarah, for her part, is trying to mediate. She's told her family multiple times that the joke was harmless, that she wasn't offended, and that we have a balanced partnership. But Emily is having none of it, and is telling Sarah that I need to apologize to show that I'm willing to respect her family's values. Sarah is now caught in the middle and just wants to keep the peace. She's asking me to just apologize to make things easier, but I'm digging my heels in. Here's the thing, I could apologize, but I don't feel like I should. It was an innocent joke, one that Sarah herself laughed at and wasn't offended by. I'm not some misogynist, and I think this whole situation is being blown way out of proportion because of Emily's hypersensitivity. Apologizing feels like admitting I did something wrong, and I don't think I did. I'm worried that if I give in, this will set a precedent for future interactions with her family, like I'll always be walking on eggshells to avoid offending Emily. Sarah, though, is getting increasingly upset with me because she just wants her family to calm down, and this is putting stress on our relationship. I love her, and I don't want to cause a rift between her and her family, but I also don't think I should have to apologize for something that was clearly a misunderstanding. AITA for refusing to apologize and standing my ground. Or should I just suck it up and say sorry to keep the peace?